an investment company in South Africa, has signed a partnership agreement with the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture to help in the development of Ghana's tourism sector. The Ghana Tourism Development Company, the Investment and Infrastructural Development Wing of the Ministry, has worked with the Guma Group to produce a roadmap for partnership and investment in selected tourism enterprises. The Ministry of Tourism and Arts and Culture seeks, among other things, to drive and grow private sector investment into the tourism, arts and hospitality industry with the aim of improving the performance of tourism in targeted destinations in Ghana, with the objective of creating jobs along the tourism value chain, generate income for the players, reduce poverty, and generally make the country an attractive tourism destination.
And so they've done it in Zimbabwe, they've done it in Uganda, they've done it in the Congo, they've done it big in South Africa and other places. So we want them to come with their experience, we partner with them so that we can improve our tourism offerings, our tourism assets. Key amongst this is the infrastructure. So we are going to invest in areas like Mole, with ecologists like Shai, like Kakum, with additional ecologists. Now we're also looking at training of our workforce so that we can improve on customer service delivery. We're also looking at the operations of certain duty-free markets culturally, products that promote our culture. And again, like I said, they have strength in there. Not that we don't know how to do it, but they have additional advantage that we can also leverage on. So that's why we have done this today on behalf of the ministry to ensure that the capacity, the investment we need is actually attracted, and that's why we signed this MOU. The fact that government is working, we understand. I mean, under this government, where His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia are concerned, we have seen the biggest investments in the tourism space. All the things we have done in the last 6 years has lifted tourism from being number 4 contributor to GDP to number 3. The minister has said that he believes in the next 5 years it could be number 1 or number 2, depending on the work we do. But if we succeed, it means that we have to do the things which are necessary: marketing, regulation, training, and development of infrastructure. And so this exercise today is to further develop the infrastructure we have, add on the capacity issues of the training, so we can grow from there. Absolutely, yes. When we develop our ecologies, all these things are embedded on entertainment. When it comes to the themes you will see, it's all entertainment driven. Additionally, we're also going to develop a cultural village where you go to a particular place and all the cultures in the country are represented. There's a concept in South Africa called Lesedi. It's a similar thing. So if you go to a particular area, maybe a 10-acre development, you can find Ashanti culture, the Achim culture, Ikrapim, the northern culture of Gonja, the Volta, Asogli culture, the Kundum, the Damba, all of them in a particular place so you can experience our rich culture. And so it is not, for us, when we say tourism is abstract, but it is the legs it stands on. And that's the infrastructure when you see hotels, when you see restaurants, and of course, our arts, our food, our music, our clothes. These are all the things that for us, when we say tourism, we are referring to.
Ghana is pregnant with real, very, very good products. Yesterday, I used the analogy of the big 5 animals. And I said Ghana is different because it's got big 6 animals, being all the products, local and inbound tourists. I just want to thank my brother, the minister, for having convinced me and my team to say Ghana is a great investment destination. You have proven yesterday, His Excellency, by assembling local hoteliers and players in the ecotourism sector. You gave us a window into the opportunities. This morning, we are signing a very, very important agreement where we are partnering with yourselves in bringing in significant initial investments into the country. We are very much aware that you've put us on a tight timeline in making sure that we can hit the ground running I am with my team from Gov'T and Guma, and the CEO sitting next to me. He's going to be responsible for the implementation of the various investment projects that we'll be embarking on. When it succeeds, means that it's going to be because of me. When it fails, it will be because of him. He will not be able to go back to South Africa. We will have to deal with him here. Our specialty, Minister, as you know, is inbound tourism. We bring credible tourists who come from most of the Western world countries that will always be on their calendars to visit Africa and Ghana. So for us, we create a circuit, and we know that in this West Africa region, Ghana is our home. We can only grow from Ghana to the rest of the region. So we want to make sure that in Ghana, as we've done with Zimbabwe, with the Vic Falls, that Ghana becomes very, very important. We have our biggest operations here in Ghana, and we are hoping that we will finally implement our dream project, which is to build a biggest resort in Ghana. Certainly not in the city, because we want to create a destination where everybody in the region, in West Africa and the world can come and enjoy. You've opened my eyes yesterday, Minister, when you said Ghana is in the center of the universe. And here we are, and we're gonna make sure that we hold hands with you, we work with you and develop this market. We're here to stay.
Your team. For this from the Minister of Tourism and Culture, friends from the media. This is a very historic ceremony that we are witnessing today. Tourism is government-led by private sector driven. That's what we're proving today. We are leading the opportunity to let the child open the opportunity for the private sector to drive it. We want Ghana to take the lead in ensuring that even West African internal tourism is rife. Our target by 2026, as we said, is to achieve 2 million arrivals. And that can give us a minimum of $6 billion. Our plan is to create 150,000 jobs every year from tourism as and cultural sector for Ghana. That's what our goal was. The President of Ghana, the NACWA, has charged us to try and move tourism to the apex of the GDP in terms of occupation. So the condition from support from Guma Group, from my brother Chairman, is help add value to all these attractions that we have. They are there in their natural state. But see, the most important thing in tourism is repeat tourism. When tourists come, they come back again with family and friends, they stay longer and they spend more money. That's exactly what our partnership is all about. Add value and shine the attractions of Ghana. So that we don't only promote international travel, we also promote domestic tourism. So Chairman, I want to thank you so much for having confidence in Ghana. Ghana, as you know, is the most beautiful country in West Africa, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Also very attractive in terms of investment. We are going to work hand in hand with the Guma Group, Gov'T, Chairman and team, to make sure that within the next few years, Ghana moves from being number one in West Africa as a tourism destination to among the top 3 in terms of tourism. That image that Africa is a lost continent is not true. Let's not follow the international media's image. Africa has some of the best in terms of heritage, ecotourism, rich arts and culture. Look at our kingdoms, our chiefs, very rich cultural history. Let's portray the best of Africa, make Africa and Ghana one of the best.
When you treat them or her well, so that they come back not only by themselves, they come with their foreign friends, stay longer and spend money. And tourism dividends taxes everybody. Those are rural areas. That's everybody. The government gets its own money in terms of tax, and the people at the grassroots also benefit directly. So what we're doing is going to try, and not just Accra, no. This is cut across about 6 regions, and this is the first phase. We want to do a very long-term relationship with the
also comes out of it. And what you see is that that whole Western corridor is a very prominent corridor for tourism. Zulezu to Ankasa, having a very dynamic and powerful minister. We believe that this MOU is key in harnessing a lot of this tourism potential. Western region in particular is also developing its own masquerade festival, and is also developing the Insular Zoo. And like I tell the minister all the time, we are looking at the day we'll get a cable car on top of our Ankasa forest to show people the monkeys, the elephants, the antelopes, also in Arctic forest. We also have a lot of forts and castles. In fact, a lot of the forts and castles in Ghana are in the western region, from Sebastian to Fredericksburg to Fort Antonio to Benin. We have very beautiful fort and castles that also need development and attraction. So I believe that the investment that we are now attracting into the region, into Ghana, is an investment for the better, and to also make Ghana not only the number one spot in West Africa, but also for the rest of Africa.
After 15 years, we are exiting. We actually, in all South Africa, in Zimbabwe, as the chairman has mentioned here, in East Africa, we've got no intention of leaving. We actually keep on reinvesting and reinvesting. For us, we are looking to form a partnership with the government of Ghana, supported by the Ministry of Tourism. That's what matters to us, because as long as there's that process in place and there's the support from the government, we stay for as long as we can. So partnership for us is very, very important in terms of this thing. It's not about the time frame, it's all about creating sustainability in the environment and in the business in which we invest.
Good afternoon, my name is Gov'T. I'm an executive for the Guma Group, looking after tourism, infrastructure, agriculture, and education investments across the continent. Today, we gathered to essentially bring together two strong partnerships that have the aim and the foresight and the vision to really change the tourism tapestry in Ghana. We were joined by the Minister of Tourism, Dr. Awal, the Tourism Authority, Kojo, as well as representatives from the Guma Group, a South African Pan-African Afro-Global conglomerate, investment conglomerate, as well as Tourbest, an end-to-end tourism organization that essentially looks at partnering with countries to unlock their tourism potential. What's really exciting about what we're able to do today is over the last year, essentially, we've been canvassing Ghana and looking for what are the sweet spots that exist in this beautiful country, what are the untold stories that we'll be able to unearth, and we believe within our partnership we've been able to identify 5 key initiatives that we can really work together with to bring that to light, and some of those are well-known national parks, Cancun, as one of them where we want to be able to bring some luxury tenting, so we're able to attract not only the local markets and have families bring, themselves and their kids or romantic couples on a weekend away, but also really bring the international and expat markets into Ghana, so they're able to explore the full variety of opportunities that exist here. A key and paramount about the Guma Group is when we look at turnkey solutions, particularly looking at tourism for Ghana, we don't only bring ourselves and our expertise, but we also bring the might of South Africa and funding along with us to ensure that we're able to really be the stopgap that countries so desperately need across the African continent, to ensure that we're able to bring and deliver this change that will change our economy and really get the much needed investment, trade, economic activity and dollars into our continent.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.